Hello guys, this is a Tell Your Mom to Lick production, and today I'm going to be going over with you guys a battle that people have been talking about for a long time, and that's the Goku versus Superman battle, or I should say the the Superman versus Goku battle that Screw Attack did a while back, and about the conclusion that they came to. I'm just scrolling through the comments and I'm reading some of these comments, and they're very outrageous. They just don't make sense in my head, how people believe what they want to believe. And right now I'm showing this clip of Superman fighting in the current Man of Steel movie that just came out. I personally thought it was a really good movie, and it represents Superman in a more realistic way than the original Superman movies were more corny, not really realistic, but nostalgia critics, they love Christopher Reeves, who is a very good actor, but that's not what this video is about. Today I just have a couple of clips for you guys. I have the Man of Steel, and then I have some Dragon Ball Z. I did not use Dragon Ball Evolution, for anybody that's wondering, because I just think that that's just a horrible movie. It doesn't represent Goku right, and it doesn't represent any of the characters right, for that matter. So I'm just gonna dive straight into it right now and just tell you guys how I really feel. In the Superman versus Goku battle, it's just clear cut. It's just obvious who's just the better fighter. The better fighter is Superman, to be honest. Goku, he's great and all, but the thing about Superman is he's always as strong as he needs to be to defeat any of his villains at that point in time. It's not like the whole Goku thing where you have to do all this extensive training over a whole bunch of episodes, or you have to sometimes maybe wish Dragon Balls, wish characters back, which I think is probably one of the downfalls of Dragon Ball Z, knowing that you have Dragon Balls that can wish people back to life and stuff like that. Goku, he probably would have stayed dead without the Dragon Balls when they fought Radix on Earth. Radix was just way stronger than Piccolo and Goku, but since they have the whole tail thing going on, that's weakness during the Saiyan saga. But that's just how I feel on that topic. But yeah, Superman, he's just as strong as he needs to be. And I don't think a lot of anime fans realize how Superman is written. Superman is written to be pretty much the strongest character ever of all time, and people are just disregarding this as a fact, and they're saying, well, no, Super Saiyan God Goku, he could totally handle Superman. But that's the top of Goku's power. That's his tip, that's his max out point. Once he reaches Super Saiyan God, that's pretty much it. He can't get much stronger than what he is at that point. Superman has no realistic top. No realistic top. The sun is always going to be in the sky. It's always going to be there. You know how many stars are in our universe? They're always going to be there, guys. So as long as there's a star in the sky, Superman will pretty much get stronger. And I'm trying to get people to understand that. They just don't understand how things work and how DC Comics works. Okay? I understand how people feel about Goku and all, but he just has a top. He has a ceiling. Superman's ceiling is the sky, pretty much. He can always be infinitely stronger. When I look at DBZ villains like Frieza, I look at DBZ villains like Cell, Majin Buu. I mean, it would be a cakewalk for Superman to defeat these villains at pretty much any point in his life. And that's what you guys should know. Right now I have the Superman Returns clip. I have that in here too, where he's basically lifting a mountain that's fully loaded with kryptonite. So you know, that just gets rid of the excuse that, oh, Superman, if kryptonite's around, he's just automatically weak. It takes some time for him to gain weakness against kryptonite. You know, kryptonite is just not gonna kill him instantly, but if he's exposed to it for long periods of time, get that, long. I want you people to understand, long periods of time, then it can kill Superman. But it's not just always the small green rock that's gonna get to him. But anyways, you know, Superman, he does have some silly weaknesses such as kryptonite. I believe the other one is like the red sun or something like that, and then is kryptonite the red sun? Oh, magic and magic pretty much are his only built-in weaknesses. Pretty much for the plot, to be honest. That's mainly what it's for, but you know, I'm not gonna get too far into that. But yeah, Goku, Saiyans, they really don't have any realistic weaknesses. I remember the thing with the tail going on in the Saiyan saga, but you know, that pretty much doesn't really affect anything that has to do with this battle, because we all know Goku is not going to use kryptonite against Superman if they ever did fall. I don't know, you just have to go over the issues that Goku has when he's shown fighting. He mentions when he fights with Frieza that he wants to fight Frieza at his best, which is Frieza's 100% form, which is past Frieza's final form. And he says he wants to fight him at his best in episode 83. You guys can look it up. You know, I'm not gonna bullshit you on this one. Episode 83, look it up. He says he wants to fight Frieza at his best. Now, if he wants to fight a guy like Superman at his best, you know, it's just not wise. You know, you see that a lot with Dragon Ball Z, and you know, people wanting to fight people at their best for some reason, and it's just not wise. A guy like Superman, you see him, you gotta like destroy him as quickly as possible. If you're fighting a guy like Superman, you don't do all this build up, you know, fight turns out to be, you know, just a 5-minute warm up and then the real fight begins type fights. You know, you see Superman walking around, you load up that spirit bomb and you do what you're supposed to do. You finish him off right there. It's not this anticipation build up. Then you know, the from what I hear, the anime does that. The manga is pretty much more straightforward, but still, you know, this, you know, the Goku Superman fight realistically to me would last no longer than 5 minutes if Superman was really serious about his goals and intentions. You know, if Superman wants to end it right away, fly to the sun, he could chill out for about 30 seconds, come back and just completely annihilate Goku. And then you have to take into the fact that when Goku transforms into his forms, he can't stay that way for a long period of time, as shown in the Buu saga with the whole Super Saiyan 3 GT. Even though many people don't count it because it's not canon or whatever, they don't count that, but you know, he can't stay that way forever. And I don't understand why people don't understand that. It only makes sense. He just can't be like that. And if he doesn't finish Superman off in a certain amount of time, and Superman just survives Goku going to his highest form, then it's pretty much over for him. And I don't understand why people don't understand that. Right now I have the Superman versus Batman and the Green Lantern clip showing about how Batman is virtually useless against Superman, and not a lot of people understand that. You got a lot of Batman fans. Oh, Batman, he can beat Superman and whatnot. He can't. He can't. He's never beaten Superman in a canon story. And Dragon Ball Z fans should know a lot about canon. If it hasn't happened in canon, they say it's not official. Just like all the Dragon Ball Z movies, Brawly, and all these other characters, they never really existed. They're in some type of alternate universe. That's basically what the Batman versus Superman is. You have a lot of Batman fans living in this alternate reality, thinking that Batman could realistically beat Superman, and he can't. And people just have to realize that. It's just crazy. It's ludicrous. You know, all this Batman can beat, you know, anybody. I know Batman for a fact. Batman cannot beat Goku at all. Goku really doesn't have any weakness that Batman would be able to attack. Batman would just have to, you know, mind manipulate him, or, you know, something like that, outsmart him a whole bunch. But even that probably wouldn't work. But, you know, it takes a gang to beat Superman. Like, it probably would take a lot of the Justice League just to handle Superman on an honest level. Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Batman, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman. It would take a lot of them. You just have to understand that. And anyways, back to the Goku versus Superman. I had to get off on that real quick. You have to think, who has better villains? I mean, let's be honest. Who has the better villains between Superman and Goku? You know, I think that Frieza was a very good villain. After Frieza, I believe DBZ probably should have ended after that. Just, you know, ended point blank period. Goku turned Super Saiyan. All that shit that Vegeta kept talking about that no one was listening to, didn't believe in. Yeah guys, Vegeta was right about the whole Super Saiyan thing. Too bad he's dead right now and he can't see it, but he was right about that. And then you fight Frieza, boom boom, okay, now everything's over. Goodbye. But you know, the DBZ series continued to go on. Then you have guys like Cell and Majin Buu, which they were good characters, but when you have characters that have absorption and when they have absorption and regeneration, it's just like you're just throwing these characters together. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain it, but it's like, it's kind of like crappy writing. Like, regeneration, it's just like you just make some harder to defeat just for the sake of making them harder to beat. Because if you destroy them, you have to make sure you destroy all of them, 100% of them. And of course, if you don't do it, then they come back, and then it's an ongoing cycle. Then if you're not paying attention, oh, they absorb someone, now they get stronger. The Buu saga was basically a giant regurgitation of the whole Cell saga. Let me steal some of your friends, some of your family members, and add them to myself to make myself a lot stronger. As to where you have Superman and his villains, you know, people like Darkseid, Zod, you know, people who are naturally already strong, Brainiac, Lex Luthor, you know, villains that have depth. Some villains, they're not strong, but none of these guys, they don't regenerate or absorb or, you know, do any of that bullshit that Dragon Ball Z often has. And no, I'm not against Dragon Ball Z in any form or fashion. I I am a Dragon Ball Z fan. I like Dragon Ball Z a lot. I enjoy watching it. I watch more Dragon Ball Z clips than I do watch Superman clips. But it's just an honest opinion. I remember when they did the Screw Attack video, and they had Superman beat Goku, and then I was to the point where I was like, man, this is such a lie. Goku would totally handle Superman. Goku would beat Superman. It would be no contest. Goku would go straight to Super Saiyan 4 or whatever, and he would completely destroy Superman. But then after thinking about it over a couple weeks, you have to realize Superman's feats, everything that Superman has done. And it's just crazy. Silver Age Superman would pretty much smack anyone in the DBZ universe. Silver Age Superman would kill all of these guys, man. He'd kill all of them. He'd go down there and he'd pretty much be their god forever. I mean, his feats, punching holes into dimensions and shit like that, and sneezing and blowing away an entire solar system, and flying 5 times the speed of light. All this shit he's done, it just puts all these DBZ characters to shame. They wouldn't even have a chance. You know, he'd probably use his heat vision and destroy the whole planet. But you know, anyways, let me get back on Goku real quick. And if you argue, since we're arguing about Silver Age Superman, you know, what version of Superman are we going to use? What version of Goku are we going to use? Because you see where the issue comes up about Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Super Saiyan God Goku. Which version of Goku do you use? Because remember, Super Saiyan 3, he achieved pretty much on his own in the other world. Okay? Super Saiyan 4 Goku he's not canon or whatever. A lot of DBZ fans complain about it. And then you have Super Saiyan God Goku. But my only thing about Super Saiyan God Goku is he achieved that with outside help. He needed 5 other Super Saiyans, or Saiyans, not Super Saiyans, my bad. He needed 5 other Saiyans to get into that form. That's outside help. You can't use outside help if you're just gonna fight Superman one-on-one. I mean, let's think about it. You needed Vegeta, Goten, Trunks, Gohan, and then Videl, who's carrying Gohan's baby in her stomach, to complete the Super Saiyan God transformation. That's all outside help. Spirit Bomb's outside help. Fusion is outside help. Father Son Kamehameha Wave is outside help. That's pretty much all of Goku's moves that he's used to ever beat anyone, except for Frieza. Frieza killed himself with his own little Destructo Disc bullshit, which you'll probably see later in this video. I don't think it's came up yet, but yeah. So he killed himself, and then Goku got himself blown up on the other planet with King Kai off of some wannabe hero bullshit. And then Cell comes back, then it's like, oh shit, now we gotta defeat this guy on our own. And if Gohan wouldn't have been able to defeat him, everybody would have been screwed because of the decision that Goku made. I mean, he could have just brought him to King Kai's planet, left him there, and came right back, but he didn't do that for some reason. He just really wanted to die twice, you know, and whatnot. Superman, he's never died too. He's been written for 75 years and he's never died. People say that, oh, but Doomsday killed Superman. No, he didn't kill Superman. He beat Superman to the point where he's almost about to die. Like, he was just a little bit, just a little life in him, just so small that it looks like Superman had died, but he didn't die. He still had a little life force left in him. And I don't think a lot of people really understood that. So basically, Superman in his 75 years has never died, and then Goku in this short amount period of time he has died, which is, you know, I mean, the plot demands that he comes back, but he has to be the hero of his specific show, I guess. So it just makes sense. But going back to Superman though, Superman is just, he's written just to be better. Goku is, he's written to train to get better, but Superman is written to be better just automatically right off the bat. And people have to understand that. And you have to think about another thing when you're talking about Goku. Goku, he just he doesn't have the urgency to beat these villains. You know, how many people had to die for this guy to go Super Saiyan? All these people on Namek had to get killed. Vegeta had to get killed right in front of his face. Piccolo had to get shot with a death beam, and then Krillin had to just get outright obliterated for him just to go Super Saiyan. I mean, his urgency is just never there. And then when he is Super Saiyan, he's playing around with Frieza, you know, having a good old time, enjoying himself. Like, yeah, you can't beat me pretty much, and then this planet's about to explode in 5 minutes, but yet I'm here fighting you for no apparent reason. A guy like Frieza, he's just not gonna change. He's not gonna accept defeat, of course. He's been like the best of the best in the galaxy for all these years. He's just not gonna give it up to a Saiyan who he thinks is smaller than him. And then against Majin Buu, has a chance to beat Majin Buu as a Super Saiyan 3. He doesn't really want to do that for some reason. Instead, he wants to let Goten and Trunks have a try at him, and then he wants Gohan to have a crack at him, and then, you know, all this other stuff when you could have just beat the villain straight up. Same with the Cell thing, you know. Yeah, well, I'm gonna let Gohan try and beat Cell because I know he can do it, you know, type stuff. And, you know, Superman would win in a battle. And I think Superman is a better hero than Goku. Just based off of the examples that I just gave you guys, he's a better hero. Like, if I needed someone to save me, I'd rather call Superman. He's a lot more urgent than Goku is. He's stronger, faster, and here you're seeing this clip of the Super Saiyan 3 thing. Probably one of the most awesome things in Dragon Ball Z. But going back to what I was saying, he's just more urgent. He's more willing to do things. He's just better. And I don't think people understand that. So I take Superman in 2 categories: Superman in the battle, and then Superman in his hero state. But has it been explained if the sun were to explode in Goku's face, would Goku survive? Superman has survived planetary explosions. If you look at the fight with Frieza, King Kai, Frieza, and Goku, they all are implying that if the planet blows up, they would die. And they're on the planet, they would die. And then you go to the Cell Saga, where Goku takes Cell to King Kai's planet, and then Cell's about to blow up. You know, it's another implication that if some type of planet or a large mass of energy were to explode right by Goku, he will die, just flat out. But planetary explosions for Superman, okay, if a large mass of energy just smacks in Superman's face, Superman is not going to instantly get killed. He'll survive that. And then Superman is fast enough just for the sake of being fast. He's not faster than the Flash. Don't you know, the Flash is the speed guy. He's a lot faster than Superman. Flash is running a lot faster than the speed of light, but Superman, when he flies, he's pretty fast. Still may not be faster than the Flash, but when he flies, he's super fast. And he can get to point A and point B in a galaxy pretty much when he wants to. And that's how that goes with that. And I just think that people have to understand who's the better man, who's the better hero. And I don't think a lot of people are understanding that. And so I've already explained to you guys that Goku wants to fight Superman at his peak, which is not always the wisest thing to do, but if he chooses to do so, then let him do so. But we're gonna go on from that topic. But like I said before, you know, it can never be explained where if Goku can survive a planetary explosion. It's just never been, you know, known. Just nobody just knows about it. Can he? You know, what's the most damage that Goku can take? I mean, Superman has survived a whole lot of things. He's been able to carry planets without sun exposure for extended amounts of time. People say without the sun he's automatically weak. No, if Superman is without the sun, he is still able to carry whole planets. Whole planets. You know, Goku, he's never shown ever that he's been able to carry the size of planet Earth or push Earth out of orbit or, you know, do any of that. So we can't, all of this is just speculation. Oh, we think Goku can do it based on, but Goku, he, you know, you look at Goku, you're always thinking, okay, what can Goku do next? You look at Superman, what has Superman not done? And that's how you just have to look at these two characters. You look at Superman, his history, he's pretty much done it all. So you're basically like, okay, what hasn't he done? But you look at Goku, there's probably like a whole list of things that he hasn't done that you're waiting to see him do, like the Super Saiyan 3 transformation. We're waiting for that to happen. And then you have Superman, he's just, you know, pretty much done it all. So how can you compare two characters like that? And right now I'm showing the Superman versus Zod clip, which was a pretty good fight, and it shows you how much damage that Superman can take. And dish out, he fights in space. And also, going back to the space thing, in episode 87, which was Goku versus Frieza, Frieza states that Goku can't survive in space without air. And King Kai states that Frieza can live anywhere. So it's basically stated right there, if Goku goes into space, he's not going to survive that long. He can't. But a person like Frieza can survive anywhere, because King Kai clearly states that. Goku, it's pretty much implied that Goku knows that he can't survive in space. But guys like Superman, he could just live in space without food or water for a very extended amount of time. And he could just be by the sun. The sun will give him all the energy that he needs. So I'm believing, though, that if Goku and Superman fought, there wouldn't be a planet to fight on, you know, as the fight is progressing, you know. And then if you turn morals off, I believe Superman wins the fight a lot faster. You know, he might not even have to do much to defeat him. He'll just probably just fly over there super fast before Goku can do anything. And you know, a lot of people will talk about instant transmission. Instant transmission is not he has to think about it in order to do it. And then, as you guys see in this clip, they wish Goku's powers back to normal to help Goku defeat this Kid Buu, which, you know, is more outside help. He needs all this outside help to defeat his villains. I don't see how you could possibly think he could beat a guy like Superman without outside help. I already told you a list of moves that Goku cannot use or do against Superman. Things like Spirit Bomb, things like Fusion, Father Son Kamehameha, and I think there was one more move that required outside help. Oh yeah, Super Saiyan God. You can't use those moves. That's outside help. That's cheating. And then you have some DBZ fanboys are probably gonna say, well, the sun is outside help. The sun is not outside help. The sun is always in the sky. It's always been in the sky. It will always be in the sky. Real outside help is having people help you out to defeat another person. And another thing I don't understand about this scene is man, it just doesn't really make too much sense to me, man. I remember during the Saiyan Saga, they were stating, okay, Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga was boasting about how he had enough energy to blow up the whole planet. But now you're looking at a clip of Goku in full power Super Saiyan mode with a Spirit Bomb or whatever, and they're on a planet, and he's about to kill Kid Buu, but the planet doesn't blow up, or not even that fact that bothers me. Not even 1/10 of the planet blows up. And I know that planet can't be that much bigger than it. Should put like a much larger crater, and you can see planets in the background and stuff like that as you watch the clip too. But it's a crater. I mean, look at this. It doesn't even blow the planet up. It should be blowing the planet up. It's just crazy. You have people in the Saiyan Saga saying they can blow up the planet, but then at the end of Dragon Ball Z, point blank period, you can't even blow up a planet at fully maximum strength. I mean, are these people in Dragon Ball Z, are they always holding back? And then as you can see, ain't nothing blown up. It's just a crater in the ground. A lot of DBZ logic is bad. You know, I tried to ignore that for this video, but it just doesn't make sense. You know, you're talking about feats, and then you see some shit like this, and then it's like, well, you really don't have any feats. I mean, are you holding back energy? Did you put all your energy into it? I mean, oh man. And then now we're just getting at this final scene with Superman and Zod. And yeah, I pretty much voiced my opinion. Superman trumps Goku in every category that's pretty much imaginable. You know, Screw Attack, they have more of the statistics that would support this claim of mine for Superman versus Goku, but I'm just coming at you from a more realistic perspective. We all know deep down inside that Superman can beat Goku, and it's like, fanboys, you're admitting it. As soon as you say Goku uses Spirit Bomb to beat Superman, Goku uses Father Son Kamehameha, Goku uses Fusion, you're already subconsciously admitting that Goku can't do it on his own. The only transformation that I'm giving to Goku, if they ever did battle, is Super Saiyan 3, because Super Saiyan 4 is not canon, and then Super Saiyan God is outside help. So the highest he can go against Goku is Super Saiyan 3. And then if he uses, he just can't beat Goku without any of his great attacks. The Kamehameha wave, Superman's pretty much just gonna survive that, like how Broly did in that movie. You're just gonna shoot him straight in the face. It's not gonna affect him. Look at all these moves that Zod is doing to trying to hurt Superman at this point. And Zod, I mean, Zod is barely hurting this guy. You know, they're fighting in the sky, they're fighting in space. Now they're back on the planet. You know, shit like that. It's just amazing. This is my first real official video. I hope you guys liked it. You know, please leave a like, subscribe, you know, share. I put some effort into it. This is a Tell Your Mom to Lick production, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed the video. You know, just leave a like. Superman kills Zod, which is probably one of the better scenes in the movie. Everything's crisp, dandy, and I just really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Leave suggestions for other fight videos. You know, I'm just getting my channel started, and I need some more ideas to get out there. You know, subscribe, like, and I thank you for taking your time to watch this video. I've enjoyed your company. I hope you enjoy my company too. And that'll pretty much be it. Enjoy this last scene.